Good morning, everyone. Next Generation Weather Forecaster Joe Shaka here at StormChaserJS.com. 91L to become future Michael over the next, I think, day or so. This is going to be an interesting situation. There's a couple things that are going on, and we'll talk about those here in the video. So here is the National Hurricane Center guidance here. You can see moving north, then northeastward, and then landfalling, looks like later this upcoming week. Around Wednesday, Thursday, so in the western panhandle of Florida. That seems to be where most of the guidance is consolidating on at this moment. So again, there's the National Hurricane Center guidance. Here is the European guidance, and you can see here there is let me see if I can find it here. Did I put this on? Maybe when I put it on, I didn't save, but I marked where the current National Hurricane Center location is instead, because I think the Europeans initializing this, first of all, too far south here in the ensemble. So I think that's having some impacts on the track. I mean, maybe not so much the track, but the intensity, because it thinks it's coming over land. Really, the thing's currently over water. But in any case, you can see where the model guidance has it here. You can see just follow the blue. The lines here, blue is 980 to 989, and then the red's 960, 979, and then the other colors, if the other colors were to show up in an ensemble plot like this. So anyway, you can see where the general movement is here, off to the north, and this should stay off the peninsula of the Yucatan, and this is part of the intensity forecast that's, again, always a little bit difficult. Now, if this can, first of all, stay east of the Yucatan, this will have a better chance of developing quicker than, obviously, if it's over the Yucatan, so that's something to watch for over the next few days. And the next part we'll talk about in the next few frames, we're talking about the trough coming in over Texas and Louisiana. That's why you see this northeast bend here, and that trough also could have some impacts on its intensity as well. But you can see where the European essentially has this clustered in the western panhandle of Florida. So let me move on here to the next one. This is the updated version of the GFS. So you can see where it has the same kind of thing, has it coming up here and then into. I think this is hard to tell. This is further in. Looks like it's closer to New Orleans in this particular run here. But same idea, that northern movement coming out of the Yucatan Peninsula area. So there's the updated version of the GFS. Here is the NAM, the 6Z NAM, and this is the high-res. No, this is the GFS, not the high-res NAM, and I have both of those on here too. But anyway, here's the GFS. This is not the FV3. This is the current version, not the upgraded version. But anyway, here is what the GFS has at hour 90. You can see it has a 970 millibar low here in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. And then moving along here, this is hour 104. So this is Wednesday mid-morning. You can see maybe it's a little fast, but you can see this is where it has it here. Has it coming at 965 millibars there. Now this here is now the NAM, and this is valid on Tuesday afternoon. And this is the last frame of the NAM. This is hour 84, since the model only goes out 84 hours. And again, here's this trough over the central part of the United States, which will pick this up and turn it northeast on the western side of the high pressure over the eastern part of the United States and western Atlantic. And then the NAM has it at 975. This is Tuesday afternoon. Now here is the jet stream level forecast. You can see where the storm will be right over here. Now here comes the trough. And what may happen with the intensity once it's over the Gulf of Mexico is there may be some wind shear that could get induced, or possibly even some dry air that could get induced into the storm if it's close enough to the trough, or if the storm is big enough to feel the impacts of this upcoming trough. So that too could also limit the intensity of the storm, depending on how this exactly works out, what the processes of the storm are in the next couple of days. So something to watch there. Maybe this can get held back by this upcoming trough that will come in to the central and southern plains early next week. So there's the NAM jet stream level. Here is the NAM 500 millibar wind and the height field. Again, you can see the upper level feature here, and then the storm down here, upper level storm. So you can see what it looks like there at the 500 millibar level. And then here's the 500 millibar vorticity. You can see nice signature there of the storm. Here's the big ridge here over the eastern part of the United States, 590. 588, 591, and 594 decameter ridge here, so you can see how this is getting steered, and this is the steering current that will be in place. Again, here's the trough showing up quite nicely here in the Central Plains, and here's Sergio. Believe it or not, this is going to turn around, come back, pick up another trough, and get pulled in to the desert southwest again, just like Rosa did earlier this week. And again, is the upper level ridge here off the west coast, which will help pull this in to the west coast. But again, this area here, which will be named Michael 91 out currently, you can see the nice steering here. Trough off to the west, ridge off to the east, so it will come right up and through here, and you'll see that in my track forecast, as you've already seen in some of the other guidance that I have shown. And then finally, here is the track forecast. I thought I had one more, but here is the track forecast. You can see tomorrow morning, I don't know if it will be named or not, but 35 knots. I definitely think this will be named by Monday morning, 45 knots, Tuesday morning, 55 knots, Wednesday morning, 65 knots, and then Thursday morning at landfall, or Thursday afternoon, some point around that time. I think this will come in as a minimum Category 1 hurricane, 70 knots, which is about 85 miles an hour. So I guess high-end Category 1 hurricane possibly now. Again, as I said, intensity forecast here, this is a dangerous zone because there's a lot of warm water, and if it's over the Yucatan, this could be a little bit slower to develop early on, but still could rapidly intensify coming up into the Gulf, or wind shear or dry air could limit it as well. So a couple things to look at over the next few days with this future's tropical system. That's it for now, and thank you for watching.